This is episode 3, teaching some charge spots, working on the Lijiang Tower maps, starting with the control center, and then we'll move on to the garden, and finally the night market. We won't be doing what's on the actual preset as of the date of writing this video. My goal is to eventually have the original night market as part of the preset. I'll get into the details of that later. But for this first charge spot right outside of Rein spawn, you just charge the top right of this rock and you can do combo charges off of it however you see fit. You want to break these rails for the second charge spot. Generally speaking, you want to be on this left side of this platform, or right side if you're looking at it. And yeah, it should work every single time. In the center here, the charge spots are rather simple as long as you are aiming correctly. I'm going to try to explain what I'm going to be talking about here. So there's this line here where my crosshair is going up and down against, and then there's this line. We're going to be working, aiming to the left of it or to the right of it based on the doorway we're in. So starting on this left side, we'll be aiming on the left side of that line, since we're in this left doorway, and that'll send us up and to the left a little bit. And that's just how that charge spot will work. Unless you aim toward the middle, then it'll send you straight up. Just be ready with the double jump in case you don't go far enough. So right there, I aim to the right, and it sent me to the right. And if I aim in the middle again, it sends me up. But again, just be ready with the double jump, and you should be good to start chasing down the mercies that are up there. And these charge spots are mirrored, very simple. This one, however, is, for whatever reason, a different rock and a different shape, and it reacts a little bit differently. You do need to aim more precisely for this one. You want to aim just to the left of this line, and it'll work every time if you're aimed perfectly. And then you can hang out on these rooftops and maybe even throw a fire strike at the flying mercies. That's about it for this map. Let's go on to the next one. Lijiang Garden is full of really good charge spots. It could be a video of its own, but as is with all the Lijiang Tower maps, we have this initial rock, and you can use it to get on your own rooftops, and you could use it to combo charge onto other rooftops to get across the map. I'll show one more example of that really quick. And then this next charge spot, we're just jumping over this rail. After you master the just jumping over it, you want to aim toward that side of the rooftop or that side and avoid this pillar. And I'll show you the right side as well. This next charge spot here in the middle, you want to break these corner rails. Avoid breaking those rails because you can use them to jump onto the rooftop there and chase down mercies, but while saving your double jump. But for this charge spot, you're standing in the corner here, and you just charge across that platform, across the gap, and turn at the last second so you get more height out of the jump, out of the charge spot. Same thing on this side, just standing in the corner, and turn at the last second. We also have a couple charge spots here in the middle. We got a charge spot here where you're standing on this line against this corner, and you're aiming toward the rock, the first rock of this bunch, the small one. Same thing on the other side. You just break these rails, stand on the line of the corner, and aim at the first rock. I'll show you one more time on this one. And these charge spots are mirrored. And this one is just like the other Lijiang Tower maps. You're aiming toward the second line just to the left of it right there.
Oh, this armor really needs more padding.
And you also have another charge spot here on this rock. You want to stand just toward the middle of it. If you stand too far forward, it fails, but you just avoid the tree. Another charge spot here in the middle. You can stand on this table and aim toward the top right of this rock, and it sends you up. You can also pretty safely charge at the mercies that are hanging on for dear life out here. And you want to turn at the last second, so it boosts you upward. You don't even need to use double jump or super jump to save yourself, but you do need to just turn at the last second in order for it to give you the momentum to send you up. That's about it for the Lijiang Garden. Let's go on to the next one. For Lijiang Night Market, I'm going to be teaching on the daytime version. It's my goal to add this to the preset rather than the Lunar New Year. It's currently not a part of the preset because Mercy can just hide anywhere out here and lay down. It's super broken, way too strong. So once I add kill zones to the buildings out there, this will be a part of the preset. Onto the charge spots for this map. I prefer actually starting the rounds by charging off of that rock there and just charging again, double jumping to keep my altitude. But let me show you some more charge spots. You can double jump off this pig after you charge. Make sure you're aiming toward the right side of this kind of split in the roof. And if you double jump quickly enough, then it sends you up. This next charge spot next to this rail here, you can stand on the lockbox, and you want to be against this power box and just charge up against that incline, and that gives you a lot of access to the rooftops here. And you can also snipe the mercies that are up on that roof over there. Same with on the pig, if I didn't mention that. For the middle part of this map, there's some difficult charge spots, but after you get to know them, they're extremely useful, so I would highly recommend trying to learn them. For this one, I would highly recommend also to hold down turning the second you are charging and spam double jump.
Oh, this armor really needs more padding.
And you can do that on the other statue as well. You're just aiming toward the middle panel, like if you're counting the lines, this one's basically the middle one. And yeah, with a bit of practice, they're not terrible charge spots. They're still kind of difficult. Here's another advanced charge spot. You're wanting to aim at the center of this circle that's kind of facing you, and then the second you hit that, you turn a little bit trying to hit the tip of the rooftop there. And that's another way to get up here. Another charge that's kind of obsolete nowadays, you can do this on both sides. All I'm doing is I'm putting my character in the corner and aiming at this corner here. I'm not aiming, I'm not turning after that, I mean, and I just charge and it sends my character across. On the Mercy side, you can jump on the sign, just like on the pig on the Rein side. You double jump once you're in midair. Make sure you're aiming on this left side of the rooftop, and it sends you up. For this last charge spot, I would suggest not doing it like the mirrored version. It can work, but it's much less inconsistent. It's depending on your positioning on here, and it's a little bit glitchy. What's a lot more consistent, it's still not perfect, but a lot more consistent, is aiming between the 4th and 5th archway while standing around the center of this. And that will always boost you up at the very least. Or, let me give you another example. It'll throw you up really high up into the sky. That's about it for the Lijiang maps. I appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.